Hey, Lil, you got my shirt? I got it tied. She was probably making bread then with a cigarette hanging from her mouth.
She smoked?
Yes, she did. So I told you. Yes, she smoked. She had Bill too. And they smoked Camels. And you could see my mother with her cigarette ass hanging off of her cigarette as she was fixing to drop that cigarette ash into that bread as she was mixing it up. Oh, Lord. Mama, you're going to burn something. Yes, indeed. They smoked Camels. She and Bill.
Unfiltered?
Yeah. That was before filters.
It's Uncle Tony's cigarette.
Camels.
That's filtered Camels.
He smoked them all his life. He probably smoked them when he was in the war. When he got on Chesterfields. They had Lucky Strikes, Camels, Chesterfields, and Philip Morris. Those were basically the four cigarettes before 1950.
My dad used to sell cigarettes.
Yep.
How would he sell cigarettes?
I don't know. I was just like, he did that up until I was about 5 or 6 years old.
Was he
go around to stores and sell them, you know,
Take the orders. Take his orders.
Cigarettes. He sold Kents, I remember. He
Kents.
had 4 or 5 brands that he sold. Kents were one of them. That's when he learned to smoke. He went all through the war without smoking.
See how he did it. He had great nerves until he got old.
When he started selling cigarettes, he started smoking. He sold hot dogs too. Game days up at CU, my mother would make up boil up hot dogs and take them up and sell them up at the game.
But he did well with those.
To people going into the game.
Yeah, but what?
Did he do that while he was working for the government? Or was this before?
This was before he started working for the government.
When did he get the job working for the government?
I think that was right after the cigarettes.
How old are you?
Must have been. I vaguely remember him selling cigarettes, so I must have been, I don't know, around 5 or 6 when he got the job with the government.
That was a horrible job. Kept him away from home. No matter what they were paying. The man had to work to feed his family. I'm sure they did appreciate it with the amount of money they paid. I don't think the government paid too well in those days. Worked the living shit out of you. Teaching in school wasn't too bad. At that time.
in the 50s must have been pretty easy.
Why?
Kids weren't as bad.
Kids have always been bad, Sal.
Not like they
But
are
not
today.
like now. Kids have always been bad. Best kids I ever had, other than in Walbrook, was those slow kids. What would we call them?
Special.
Special ed. When I was teaching elementary school special ed.
I like the special
I love those
ed.
children. If they could
Nobody
be,
else could stand them, and I used to schedule as much as I could. There were a lot fewer of them. You get like 15, maybe 18 of them instead of 30.
once I beat them up, I was in great shape.
Did you beat him up?
I had to beat them up a bit. I could fight them. And I knew I was the meanest. And they wouldn't do anything for anybody but me. My class, they were as nasty as hell with everybody else. And as sweet as sugar with me. Because they could tell I liked them.
How old were
13, 14.
they? Worst
12.
age.
But they knew I liked them. And the girls too. They knew I liked them. And the funny thing about it, a few of those children could read as well as the regular kids, or better. In my top groups, I had them reading out of a regular book. Never forget that. Felt I was earning my money.
Nothing like teaching if you can get a class that'll let you teach.
That's a fact. To let you teach them, everybody's happy. Everybody has fun, including the teacher. And the kids too. Because kids are delighted. Everybody wants to learn. And once you have a success doing your schoolwork, well, there's nothing any better. You quit trying to be the class clown. Because you can contribute to the class, and you're expected to.
I remember those girls at Eastern. Lord, it was so hard to try and teach those girls because they just wouldn't shut up long enough so you could give them directions. I didn't care if they talked while they were working. Just shut up long enough so I can give you your directions. That's all I'm asking them. Then you can talk all you want. I got some good work out of those girls.
You were a good teacher. Nobody's smarter than you. Where to?
Oh,
No store?
I don't want anything. Do you
No,
want
no.
anything, Grandma?
No, we can go straight home.
Do you want anything?
When I get to heaven, I'm going to tell Mr. Gladden about himself.
Who's Mr. Gladden?
The teacher that sent your dad off to one school and me off to another, found out we were dating each other.
What? He was a teacher?
The principal.
The principal? Why did he do that?
He didn't like the idea of interracial dating.
Psh. What school were you teaching at?
Eastern.
Both of you? So where did he send you?
Rock Glen. Put me in hell.
It was none of his business. It was none of his business. His wife was the sweetest girl.
Did your students know you were dating?
Your dad's supervisor teacher called up one day and I answered the phone.
Mm-hmm.
And he
Oh.
recognized my voice. So he ran as fast as he could to the principal to tell her.
Well, that was a nasty thing to do.
None of his,
He was an asshole. He
none of
was
his
a
business.
total ass. What was his name, Ron?
It'll come to me.
I can't think of his name. He was this greasy, something like Butcher or something. Can't think of his name.
What you call racist. He was too. He was supposed to be so did he get you.
What color were they?
The supervisor was white and Elsie Gladden was black.
They were both
Principal was black.
both
They were
racist in the
both
same way.
racist. They both didn't want interracial dating in their school. The supervisor was a real brown noser.